Big Savage in the building, grind don't stop unless it kill me. You already know. Welcome to the Savage Nation. Now today we're gonna switch it up a little bit. I got a little vlog for y'all, a little trip vlog. We done made it to Corning, New York. So just leaving the airport with the gang. First day, hell, we had some breakfast, something light. Second day, I'm gonna turn it up a little more, get the waffle maker out and everything. But first day was light. Right after we got settled in, we headed over to the main museum so we could meet everybody, get a little dinner. But one of the best things about Corning is the nature. If you're around, it's mountains around. So they got a little bridge. Y'all see a little later with a river. Bruh, it's just some good views if you enjoy that type of stuff. So I was glad to be in a different environment, get them vibes going on. So I could respect. Now I must say I have been to Corning before, so that's a little different experience for me. I first came here as a glass blowing student, but now I'm here as a glass blowing mentor with a few of my students. So it's a little different vibes. The second time I could soak in a little more, kind of let some information sit on the dome. As far as studio work, day one was really basic. We really just getting the students, acquainted with the shop at Corning, and the assignment was to make a cup. Just simple. Get your feedback wet, ride the hot bike, as my own mentor Joe would say. In the back, he was throwing up the deuces in this clip right here. But we was getting everybody back riding the hot bike, getting them acquainted with things before we started going crazy, making ponies riding rainbows. Lunchtime, who don't like lunch? Lunch was decent first day, had some subs, I had that turkey sub, had some chips on the side, you feel me, a little lemonade, or did I have a pop? It don't matter, but it was banging. Now this right here, I got some clips just to, give y'all a little feel for what the studio's looking like. I got some class projects that they got displayed at Corning. I got some clips of that just to, show y'all the level of excellence that go on at Corning Museum of Glass. So if you're a glass blower or artist in general, being around this type of stuff is big time motivation. And, it's all type of artists with techniques and everything to show you there. So it's just a huge learning experience. One of my favorite pieces in this case right here is the fluorescent and iridescent glass that changes based on the light switch. So that's pretty dope. That's the switch right there. You see, I'm finna flip it for y'all and watch the color change. Yeah. Now that's fire. That's fire. But it's a lot of dope stuff all throughout ancient history. And, sometimes when you take a look back, you can kind of see how things was and kind of can imagine, what would have been some struggles back then for some of the people. But I got a few clips of some ancient work. I'm going to let y'all just take a little dive, a little deep look into it. But let me know if anything stand out. I know it's definitely something I'm going to point out. But when we get there, we going to get there. Because this one is really, really interesting. No GBE, but I ball out. Judy a movie, I made the whole fall out. Dropping the office, just waiting on the car now. Beat down this block and start tearing the wall down. We at the scene, we just waiting on y'all now. I'm going up, bitch, you know that it's crunch time. Plumb my digger, bitch, know that it's lunchtime. Nigga be gay to be stealing my punchlines. Beat up the pussy, you know I'm a punch man. Bloody protect for the times I ain't have it. Hawk on the beat, cause you know I'm a smash
cause she has on my time like a rollie. I said it's cool, but girl, you don't know me. Little her so clever, she like, can you show me? Out my bag, it's time to start winning. Bars like ice could blow any minute. The fuck is the least?
I know some of y'all get the point, but right here, this is where it get a little crazy. This is where we seeing some of the obsidian glass and glass created by lightning and volcanoes. So this is the glass naturally created by the earth that's been around for a long time. But this is the beginning of glass. This is the glass that was found that kind of pointed humans in the direction and got the ball rolling and got us thinking like, well, okay, well, if the earth can naturally do this, how can we manipulate things in order to create the same process? So I feel like this is a very important part of the whole show, so I had to point that out.
I swear that I'm pushing it back. Little nigga, I'm stating the facts. I know that these bitches be whack. I swear that these niggas be lame. I swear that these niggas be wrecked. Kicking this drip, no need for a pun. I gave it a digger, she turned to a runner. These bullets get hot, yeah, that sound like a son. I'm trucking these niggas, so they name me Tumpy. Now talk about hundreds, I gave them the blues. Rich with my name, get put on the news. Walking the party, I'm clutching my tools. Just give me the faith, you can keep all the news. The shit get wicked, the shit get hot. See me in the attic, we running the spot. I really the shit that you little niggas not. After the money, I'm way at the top. Now I got a dick in the Glock, how to drum. Roll up my problems, the weed make me numb. The money you making, I already spun. On the way to the top, I'ma shine like the sun. Yeah.
Bruh, as y'all seeing this punch bowl, man, jungle juice for the whole village. I mean, could you believe that was priced at $30 million when it was made? What you think is priced at now if they was to sell it at the museum? Probably would be way more than 30, I'll just let you know. But check out some of these paperweights as well. I know paperweights is looked at like the simple in glass, but you can really expand and take it to great places. So this was a great little section I thought to see. Here goes a piece from the contemporary part of the museum. It's just something that I love, one of my favorites from the day. This was something new that I didn't see when I first came here back in 2018, so I thought that was dope. I had to get a little flick of that. This joint is fire. Actually gave me a little inspiration too, so you might see an inspired piece by this coming soon. Now leaving out the museum, of course, we got some of that great scenery again. Shout out to the weather too. It was kind of warm today. Sun was out. Things was feeling nice. The day we flew in, it was, raining and kind of shitty, so it was good to have this bounce back day. But it's hot shops and glass studios everywhere. Just walking from the museum to our studio, they got an outside studio where people was out here working and, doing classes, actually. So these people that was over there working with them was in line waiting to make their own piece of glass. So that's a nice little tourist activity to do. So it's just dope seeing glass outside, too. Making glass outside is like doing makeup underwater. Nature is against you. So to see these people still do this and, put on the show and make greatness is just dope. It's just dope. Corning has all the technology you need to make your dreams come true as a glass blower. So if you've never been, you definitely got to do a visit, take a class, whatever, because it's something for you. Really all people, because most of the people here are tourists. But that was pretty much it, though. After that, we went back to the studio. We was in there really all night with the students, cranking out cups and just getting that rust off. But here go a nice little view of the bridge when we was on our way to dinner for the day. Had some burgers, classic burgers, bacon burgers. Nothing special there. I forgot to get some clips, so I'll get y'all the next time with the food. But shout out to the Savage Nation. Appreciate everybody coming through. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
I spent the like 10, yeah. I got the pipe in, gon' spin a block, no type in. I just want the face like we Skype in. Can't come no hoe, they be trifling. This is one night.